So, Sonic Colors Ultimate is releasing in the next few months, which has got me thinking about the original game, which I was gonna replay recently, but, HD remaster. And also the fact that Sega's recently, at least this year, focused heavily on remastering their games, which is a video for another day. However, Sega hasn't addressed the other version of Sonic Colors, which plays completely differently and has exclusive level design and wisps. I don't know how they haven't even addressed this. It's weird to me, so why not bring it up? Also, excuse the footage, but it's hard getting good footage of a DS game. But either way, Sonic Colors DS is a, DS game, which plays like the other version of Sonic at the time of Sonic Colors' release. Sonic Rush. In my opinion, and what seems to be a decent chunk of the fan base, Sonic Colors DS is basically Sonic Rush 3. So you have Sonic Colors, which acts as a second entry in the Boost series, and Sonic Colors, which acts as a third entry in the Rush series. If that makes any sense. Any problems I have with this game are really just awkward things I find with Rush. And also those problems might come down to I've always played Rush and Sonic Colors DS. By the way, if I'm referring to the whole series as a whole of this style Sonic game, I'm just going to refer to it as Rush. I've always found it awkward, because also I'm playing them on a new 3DS. With, a game screen that is so much larger, and... Note, I do usually, when playing a DS game, hold start on boot up. For those who don't know, that actually lowers the resolution size of the DS game to their standard resolution that they ran at on a DS. Which is a neat little touch. But the thing is, there's sections in the game that feel like needless padding, like literally what's on screen right now. They just slog the levels. But, honestly, this is a really fun Sonic romp, and one of my favorite Sonic games in a while. Well, that I've played in a while. But this isn't exactly a review of Sonic Colors for the DS, is it? Well, I guess it is. But, God. Someone, please explain to me how these bonus stages were a good idea. I like the collect ball bonus stages that Sonic games have. I like them. Only slight problem, it controls horribly here. It's just, genuinely, the controls feel so awkward and stiff. It's ridiculous. Not to mention, it's a grind and a gauntlet, as you basically need to collect exclusively the color ball in that round, as then you'll loop around and have to collect the next color, and the next. It'd be fine if we were just collect one color. But it's absurd. And the controls feel so stiff, it just doesn't feel fun to play. Which is weird, having a game like Sonic have one of its biggest issues being the controls feeling stiff. Actually, that's a pretty big deal. It's Sonic. But you know what I mean. But, again, this is a really solid entry in the Rush series, and, one, I love the Rush series as they blend classic Sonic and modern Sonic so nicely. Why is that not included in, games like Generations? Add a third gameplay style. You have classic, modern, and Rush. Obviously, it might be awkward having two modern Sonics, but make it Blaze! Because Rush games control different enough from from the other games in the series, it works. But again, that's a video for another day, so let's get into why I'm confused. Sonic Colors HD Remaster is called Sonic Colors Ultimate. And for the most part, I agree with this name. I think Sonic Colors Wii release looks beautiful, and it's one of my favorite looking games on the system, and hell, even just using emulators like Dolphin and upscaling the game to 1080p, it is genuinely the best looking Sonic game in my opinion, and one of my favorite looking games overall. So, when they announced Sonic Colors Ultimate, I'm like, hell yeah, an HD official remaster of this game? As long as Sega doesn't do something stupid, we're good. And Sega hasn't done anything stupid? Honestly, I'm surprised. They basically, because we know all that's in it now, they've basically not touched any features that were in the original, and have just added extra stuff as side modes. So, thank you, Sega. Thank you. A lot. Now, here's the thing. I am super excited for Sonic Colors Ultimate. But the name seems to indicate that this is the definitive, the best version of this game. The all-encompassing Ultimate Edition to the series. Look at Smash Ultimate. That game has over 80 fighters, including all previous fighters, and the most newcomers the series has ever seen. Arguably, that deserves the subtext Ultimate. Sonic Colors Ultimate is missing an entire campaign from another game officially made and licensed by Sega that's also called Sonic Colors. You see the problem here. Advertising your game as the ultimate version while you're missing a decent chunk of content. Don't get me wrong, I think most people agree that the Wii version is the better version of this game. But Sonic Colors DS has a very different story. You go through the same locations and save the Wisps, but it actually features a decent chunk of the Sonic cast outside of just Sonic, Tails, and Eggman. Big the Cat is here. In my opinion, the bosses suck. But, again, obviously this would be a lot harder to remaster as the Wii version already looks gorgeous, and this honestly doesn't. But I think what Sega should have done is this. A, upscale it, ship it as is, add this version as an extra mode, like, title it in the menu like, bonus edition, or classic mode. I don't know. They can't call it DS edition, or DS version, because obviously this is releasing on PC, Xbox One, and PlayStation as well. But, option B. Upscale the textures, change the UI to match Sonic Colors Remaster, and swap Sonic's model out for the new one. Okay, that'd be a bit janky, but it would definitely work. Option C, fully remaster the game from the ground up. I would not expect Sega to do this. I would honestly expect this to be done by a small sub-team like Sonic Mania. That game had a surprisingly small development staff, and arguably one of the best Sonic games. Actually, objectively, one of the best Sonic games that has released in the last decade. Sega is not good at developing games. Ask anyone who's a fan of Sonic or Super Monkey Ball that. Will agree. But I would have had either just put it in or had a team remaster it. Obviously, there's the concern of, oh, well, it's a DS game, so it's really vertical. Okay, I'm just going to say this. You could get away with it. You can get away with it. Like, you definitely could. It would just be very zoomed out. Because let's widen the screen to match up with the current resolution. You know, make it so you can see off camera. It genuinely doesn't seem like it'd be that big of a problem. It's just weird to me that they're calling the Sonic Colors Ultimate while ignoring a giant part of Sonic Colors and Sonic history. Because this was the final game in one of the most beloved Sonic sub-series. It sucks that this game also went under the radar a ton, because it was a small, weird DS port of a beloved game. But that whole making a game for inferior hardware that can't even attempt to run the game, so you have to make another game that feels like the game you're trying to emulate. That was such a weird time for games. I'll be honest, I could make a video on that. And oddly enough, one time with Sonic, it ended up making a better experience. Kind of. Basically, the game just somehow ran better. Well, I know how, but I could talk about that phenomenon in another video, just not here. Bye.